Hello everyone. We are live a bit earlier than usual today because I want to start doing pixel art immediately. So at least I could finish 2 to 3, hopefully two, before I get run out of energy and creative juices. So that's why I wanted to start early. So I wanted to, have more energy as well as, more time to do some pixel art while my creative brain is working. So yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. I can't believe you guys are still here I mean, you guys are here early, even though I started earlier. So welcome, Rainy Animations, Mr. Pomegranate, and Articus, as well as all the other lurkers there, all the other people that are chilling. VOD viewers, welcome. Thank you for watching. And yeah, it's so funny, Articus. I've been moving your avatar, the Waylord avatar, because the only way I could see the timer for the stream is through the preview in OBS. And in the preview in OBS, what do you call this? It's covering the freaking timer, so I had to move you back. Also, Radomir, welcome to the stream. We're doing some Pixar today, so my goal is to finish at least two today. Today's stream, because last time I underestimated, but I will try to do something slightly different, or at least try to refine balance speed and quality when it comes to doing pixel art. So this is a learning experience for me as well. So you're welcome to join me in my journey in improving my pixel art. Guess what I obtained without paying? Did you get pomegranates? Mr. Pomegranate Overlord, without paying? So yeah, if you are not familiar with last time, we did some pixel arts. The first time that I did it was I made these two for as well as for Millennium. And then afterwards, I created one for Limo over here. I really enjoyed this one. And then Okami over here. First time I tried to create like a wolf character, like a furry style character. Someone gave me an A2 size drawing, but for free. Oh, insane. A2, like I imagine the size of A2 right now. I remember it during my old times as a student. But yeah. I saw the community was, but I completely missed the stream. It's fine. It's fine. Also, Radomir, I'm not sure if you were here last time, but look at this. I have my human form now, so I'll be using this during stream, and I'll be using the other model when I do some recordings. But yeah, look at this. I have jiggle physics in my freaking hair and my antenna here. It is a proper expensive one, as I know. You know what's insane for me? Since we're here, um, A4 paper or stuff. Yeah, you were bald cactus before. Yeah. Yes. But yeah, Bobby, like A4, really cheap, right? A3, a slightly mid-range cheap, but when it comes to A2 and A1, the bigger ones, they become hella expensive. It's insane how it becomes more expensive, like exponentially as time goes. Well, technically you just double it, and every time you double it, it gets more expensive. So yeah, welcome everyone. So feel free to relax, chill. I have my coffee over here. Feel free to get some snacks. I'll just do some pixel art while chatting with you guys. So we're just chilling today. If you have any requests, or any topics you want to talk about, that gaming, etc., feel free to do it. And yeah, I've claimed myself a Discord profile. Now, let's go. Mr. Pomegranate over. Let's go. Also, by the way, guys, I realized one of the reasons, like one of the Discord members chatted to me. Be sure whenever you're in the Discord channel to react to the roles, not in the hashtag roles, because that's for notifications, but it's for the once you onboard, basically you get asked on what notifications you want to receive, right? So be sure to click all the alerts that you want, so live stream, giveaways, etc., so that you could actually see the channels, because um if you don't click on them, you don't immediately see it. So especially for the giveaways, where most of the people, one of their most top one reasons they're joining Discord server. So be sure to enable or check that you could see the giveaways. If not, you can feel free to ask me to do some troubleshooting, etc., etc. But that's basically it, and let's just jump right into it. So let us do first the character here. So the next character in my queue of pixel arts is from It's another wolf character. I can't believe these two posted at the same time, or at least nearly the same time. So this is from Wolf the Warlord. It's a wolf similar to the last time we did, but this guy has an eye patch, a scar, a full jacket, which honestly it's easier for me because I don't have to draw the exposed stuff. Like I don't have oops, sorry for that one. I don't have to draw like the exposed stuff over here. I can only draw pants, etc, etc. And since I've been thinking about this all the time between the streams, and I've been thinking about poses already, so at least we would be faster this time. So let's put this right over here on the side, so we have our reference ready. Spoiler for the next one. And then for the colors, you know what? I'm lazy today. I will just pick the colors immediately from the character, and I have already an idea for the gist of the artwork. So for the artwork, before anything else, let us, ping or like reply to Wolf the World here and put the stream link so that once they come back, or at least look at the VODs, they would be able to see where I started doing their artwork. The timer is 16:30, and let's reply. So at least they would know once once they watch the VODs. Okay, so I already have an idea over here. So first things first, I will use the same direction. So I will keep the character pointing this way, so it would be much easier for me to draw the features and everything. And my idea, given this post, the first thing I thought about this character looks like a really energetic fellow. So my first thought was I will basically create this guy. Wait, hold on, let's place a layer over here. Let's do a silhouette first as per usual. So my idea is to let this guy feel like he's doing parkour in a way. So I will practice more dynamic poses this time. So my idea is that, for example, this is the head, right? Let's do a stick figures first so you guys can visualize it as well. So the dude is kind of like this, leaning forward. And then his knees is kind of like this. And ready to jump to the next building like that-ish. Like really dynamic, like leaning forward. The arm kind of like pointing this way. The next arm, the other arm is pointing that way. And the tail, I assume this in the picture it doesn't have a tail, but I think it adds if we add a tail. Plus I want to practice making tails. So he has a tail like this. And my idea for the foreground and the background was kind of like there's a building over here. Kind of like in the foreground, there's like a building over here, like a really close building. And then there's like another building kind of like in this way, like this. Like he's like kind of trying to jump to the next building. Like there's a small gap in the building. He's like kind of jumping towards it. So that's kind of like my idea in a way. But, let's try to, obviously make a good proportion for him. So let's do like a basic silhouette. I will use this buildings as like probably a placeholder later. But for now, let's just delete everything. And let's try to create like a silhouette to start things off. Let's move this bar over here because I don't really need layers. For now, I'm just going for a silhouette. So I think the head, is like this. So I assume the head's probably here-ish. So let's try to make the head like slightly ears. Try to make the body like this. Kind of like that. Leaning forward. Imagine it leaning a bit forward. And then leg stretch out. Tail. Kind of like this. Kind of like that. A really rough pass. As we all do. You already know like my workflow, guys. A really rough pass. It helps me like visualize what I'm actually doing. It's kind of like this. The boot is like kind of like that. I like how he's wearing boots, so it's much easier for me to do it. And let's try to actually make like the forearm like be really front here, like really huge. Kind of like doing something like this. He's posing forward with all the fingies showing. And he has like a pretty thick jacket, so I will just make sure he has this jacket like flowing outward like so. And then his other legs probably like, you know, stretching out like this. Like you could actually see like he's doing like some sort of parkour. Kind of like this. Like imagine there's an arm over here and the other arm's like trying to, you know, grab it like this. And the buildings are here-ish. I will adjust the buildings later because they're easy to adjust. It's kind of like this one. Pam pam. Oops, sorry for that. Kind of like that one. You could like see it slightly. I am back. Welcome back, Articles. Welcome back. So kind of like that one. So you can see like it's more dynamic, and more dynamic push, like an action pose, something like that. Kind of like that. So you could see, you know, the arm should be like leaning inward like this. So you can see like the silhouette, right? Silhouette-ish. His snout, I'm gonna practice like drawing the freaking face here. Ears should be, since it's a wolf, it's really sharp. Kind of like that. So you could like see the silhouette, right? Obviously we're going to make his legs a bit thicker. Like this. And like that. So you can like see the silhouette, right? And like that. That would be like the pose for this guy. Because I really like the dynamic colors here. Okay. I'm back. Another creature. Yes, I can't believe like the two wolf characters like really are posted a comment like next to each other. So like they're in the same, like next to each other when it comes to the queue. I don't have snacks today. I only have coffee, but you know that should be helpful in like what they call this, in my artwork at least. Okay. First, okay, so a silhouette is done. Let's do the quick sketch. I'm gonna pick another color, probably this one. One of my favorite colors, the one I used for Limewell last time. Okay, so let's try to sketch the face first. Yeah, I'm gonna start with the face. So kind of like this-ish. So this guy is a pretty, like he has this really, I assume he has an eye patch there because of the other picture. So you know what, let's try to draw like the head shape first because I want to practice drawing the snout here. I'm gonna draw the outline basically. Kind of like this. Bam. A really rough pass. Bam bam. By the way, how are you guys doing today? How are you doing? Nice of you to join the stream as per usual. Hopefully you had a great day today. Or, you know, or at least, you know, hopefully you had a good start of the day. And then the head should be like this. You know, side profile of wolf creatures is much easier. Right? The ears. Kind of like this. Do you think that works? And then like kind of like that. Like pointing a bit forward. And the other ear kind of like more in the front. Kind of like I'm thinking like a German Shepherd ear. Or I'm not really familiar with dogs, by the way, so I apologize. Well, you gotta adapt. Yep, I'm doing good. Yeah, you gotta adapt. So yeah, nice to hear, guys. Nice to hear. So if the nose is here, I assume the eyes sideways. Good thing this guy only has one eye. I could easily just, you know, use this as reference. So kind of like here-ish. Is that like a good eye? And then like an eyebrow. It's like, let's try to make like the eyebrow like determined, like kind of like this one. Nope, that feels really weird to me. Hold on. It's not looking well, guys. Wait, hold on. I'll try to fix the freaking face here. I'll try to fix the face. Try to make it like a bit more angular, kind of like that. Make it more expressive. And then the nose. Kind of like this. Kind of like that one. Yeah, that seems a little bit better. Congratulations on your human model, Cactus. Welcome, welcome. Good of you to join the stream. Welcome, welcome. Radomir, get very lucky catching your stream. I've been interested on pixel art and was planning to learn it, but haven't had time, so I'll use you as a guide. Sure. Thank you for using me as a guide. I am deeply grateful. But yeah, welcome, Nice of you to catch your stream. Thank you. Thank you for what do you call this? For liking this model. Look at this jiggle physics. Most of the jiggle physics on the freaking leaf that I have on my head. Technically on my jacket. But yeah, welcome. Enjoy your stay. Could chill, relax, see my pixel art and everything. By the way, Radomir, if you have any questions when it comes to pixel art, I'll try my best to answer them. I'll try my best. So the eye proportion, he has like really decent. So I think like this is good, right? Kind of like here. So we have like space for the hair. Whoops, I pressed home. But yeah, how are you doing, How are you doing? The leaf has more R's than the body. Okay. So the hair, he has like the anime hair, so kind of like this. Let's just fix it later. Let's just put like a placeholder hair here. Bam, bam. And honestly, I want to put hair here, but I want to like expose the they call this. I want to expose the ear, so it would be much faster. So kind of like that. And then I think I made the other ear too big. Hold on. I'm not really good at drawing proportions for like ears for dogs. I'm making this look like freaking what they call this? What do you call this? Like rice shower. The leaf has more R's than for now. I was just fixing my words. Yeah, it's fine. Yep. So yeah, let's have the coat kind of like. He has the really fluffy coat. So we all know we like fluffy. We love and hate the fluffiness here. So the coat is kind of like this. Body like that. Let's just make sure we put the correct proportions for the head first. They do be looking like horse hair. Yeah. So let's put the neck kind of like here. Let's put the coat slightly curving inward. Kind of like this. Kind of like that. Since his shoulder and his arm is around here. Bam. Put the arm there. I'm having trouble with the proportions in this pose because I'm trying to practice like doing more dynamic poses, like more action focused poses here. So kind of like this. I think like that jacket looks kind of fluffy, right? Bam. So the arm, I think should be like more. The shoulder should be like this. So I could move. Oops! Don't move that one. Kind of like here. So the coat, kind of like that, right? Then for the arm, let's make the arm first. Then we do the coat. So the arm would be like. I'm gonna remove this freaking thing later. I'm going to move this like this. Coat at the back. 1, 2, 3. Kind of like this. Everybody's just freaking jumping for the for the heck of it. You guys are insane with the jumping. It's kind of like this. Kind of like that. And then the coat. think should curve a bit more like this. And then kind of like this one. And it should follow the end like that one. And the tail, and let's do the tail last. The leg, this is way too thin for a leg. I'm gonna make it thicker. But yeah, you guys just enjoy jumping there while I figure out how to do the proportions for this one. So legs kind of like this. The knee is around here. So let's do something like that. Kind of like this. And let's make the boot, the feetsies, do something like this. Kind of like facing front here. Kind of like that one. Does that leg look long enough for this guy? Yeah, that seems like good enough. And let's try to make the boots a bit thicker. Because this guy has really big boots. Pam pam. Pam 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 pam. Pam 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 pam. Yep, kind of like that. Whoops, that's too big of a boot. How much experience do you have drawing pixel art? Well, at first, when I was like really a younger Cactus, I haven't really had that much of experience drawing stuff. However, as you all know, or probably not all of you know, it was a lore way back. I studied architecture, so I was required to learn how to draw. So because of that, I channeled drawing pixel art for a bit. I did some commissions way back during college. And after that, that's basically it. Like, I've been drawing for like manual sketching around 5 years because I had to do it in college. Pixel art more or less 2 to 3 years, and I stopped for like during the pandemic time, and so yeah, I stopped more or less here and there. Can't figure out the knee. So I had a decent amount of experience doing pixel art. So kind of like that one. For the arm, this is going to be tough for the arm, man. So with that one, I think the building is around, whoops, around here. Kind of like that. We need to have like a context for the pose here. Bam, bam. But yeah, I've been using Aseprite my entire pixel art life. I haven't been using other programs, which I should learn if you think about it. So okay, this, he has forearm. I think I'm going to align like the forearm and arm here. So he has a jacket. So usually when you do a jacket, it like kind of does this in the end, like a cuff in the end. I need to adjust that later. So I think I need to make this a bit thicker. Kind of like this. Like just a bit of folds. Make it feel thick, and make sure to add some lines to show the folds of the jacket. And then for the sleeve, let's try to do something like this. Let's do the end first. Pam pam pam. Kind of like that. Let's just curve it out later. For the hand, just imagine this is the hand. Pam pam. Pam pam. So imagine, I'm just using my real hand as a reference right now. Hold on. Wait, is my character not moving? Oh, never mind, my character is moving. I get paranoid whenever my character doesn't move. Okay, let's try to draw the hand. the dread of most artists in general. And that. Whoops. Bam, bam. And like that. I will. I think that's good. I think I made it too big. Wait, hold on. Whoops. Yeah, that feels about right. Yeah, I think I made it slightly too big, especially for the wrist. Hold on. So let's do like this. Yeah, like that. I think that is much better. Bam, bam. Like that. And then the other leg. Let's try to make the other leg next. So imagine the other leg is around here. Ish. Bam, bam. I'm thinking. Yes, I think that is good. I think I just need to. I think I need to. You know what? This feels a bit wrong. Hold on. Let me try to something here first. I think I need to do something like this. I think this makes sense if I do something like that. Like he's just ready to push it up. The other leg should pop out around here. Like the knee of the leg should be like around here. And then pants, the line for the pants. And then the boots around here. He's like ready to jump. I mean, ready to land the other boot. His boot is... Oh, he has the heels. He has the heelies. So, kind of like this. Pam, pam, pam. My updated notch on the middle of the finger syndicate. They have an increase their strength and make their skin strong as metal. Okay, what's next? What did you learn? Young brother saying, what the heck? It's a cult? Still high ranks that we don't know yet. Ooh. Like that one. And then the arm. The other arm should be kind of like, you know, just reserved in this other hand. Also, other building line. Yoink. Kind of like here. Kind of like that one. Yeah, let's make this like... I feel like this character could fit in like a detective style comic or something like that. And then the other arm, I don't know, somewhere here. Sleeve, check. Other arm, I don't know how to draw the other arm. Pam, pam. Pam, 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 pam. The thumb, kind of like this. I swear, the pixels are slowly blending in. I've seen too many pixels. So kind of like this. Fingers. Kind of like that-ish. I'm eyeballing it. Like that one. Yeah, that looks like a decent pose. I just need to fix his face to make it look like it's really him. I think the eye needs a little bit of work. Like this one. I see him being in the middle of the chasing sauce. Yeah, that's what I see based on this guy. The jacket, the boots, and everything like fits the vibe perfectly, right? So that's why I really wanted to make this vibe for the character, and hopefully the owner, like the OC, likes it. Can't figure out the eye. You know what? I think that would like figure out later. I think I just need like less of this. Kind of like that one. Yeah, that looks much better. Okay, now next layer we all know. What color should you pick? I think we should pick like pink. No, that's. How about you could use black because like semi-final outline, right? So, you know what's really annoying as well? Not really annoying. This guy's mostly black, so we have like the color scheme like black, white, gray, all the shades and everything, and that could be a problem when it comes to like shading for this guy because I don't wanna figure out what type of color we're going to use here. So yeah, this is like a decent pose. Like he's just running, chasing like after another villain. Okay, let's now do a clean line. And let's look at the time. 40 minutes. You know what? Quite decent. Quite decent. Oh, wait. We forgot the tail. We forgot the tail, fellas. Okay, the tail. So if his... The middle has a book called Book of Vengeance. Who messed up? These guys are that's the middle, the Finger Syndicate. Okay, I'm just processing it. Tail should be. Let's make it like really prominent. We like a floofy tail, right, fellas? A floofy tail, and since it's connected somewhere here, so I assume it's kind of like this. Yeah, look at that. I'll do the fluffiness later. So kind of like this, and that's okay. And then, oops, too big. Make fun get suplex. Yo, what kind of suplex? Is it the deadly kind? Bam, bam. So, you know, I'm starting to learn how to make like floofy tails. Okay. And you know, I will try to make like clean lines for this one, like cleaner than the usual that I do. Okay, let's do like this one so it will be easier. The deadly kind. As expected, probably. Okay, let's make the nose. Obviously, the nose will be like pure boop. And then the face. Like this. The mouth. The face. Kind of like this. The mouth. Let's try to make this guy serious. Like, I get like the vibe for this guy. Like a really fun guy. But at the same time, really serious when it comes to, like, you know, serious business. So I think this could work if we do something like this. Yeah, look at the strong jawline. For the eyes, let's try to make the eyes, like, really... Okay, don't forget the freaking eyebrows. Don't forget the eyebrows, just like last time. Nope. How about that one? It could work. Oh, so they're like a freaking mafia. Is that how I take it? You know what, guys? I think I should just make the eye first. So I would have like a reference for everything. So his eye... Okay, let's try to do this. Or at least a semblance of an eye. I'm going to yoink his collar, by the way. So his eyes Or let's try to like a slight orange first. Okay, like here. Then a black outline in the middle as well. Yeah, look at that. I think I got it. Like, given the pixel art, let's do something like this. Nope. Yeah, look at that. Um, Bam, 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 bam. I'm trying to make his eye, fellas. Yeah, look at that. I honestly am proud of that eye. Yes, they're like mafias, but their gangster use fist. The thumb is straight up mafia. Ah, okay. Hiya, Pixelated Chips. Welcome. Hi there, fellow food. Yes, welcome, Pixelated Chips. Hope you have chips today. How are you doing? The reference is him chilling and having fun. Then one of you is making him locking on his job. Yeah, it's so cool. Like, honestly, like, this is what I like about these types of illustrations, right? Like, you could feel the personality just by a single pose. And then you could create like a story behind it without actually knowing. Okay, so now we have the eye. We could focus on the other features now. Always have chips with me. Let's freaking go. Too bad I don't always have cheesecake with me. I have a cactus always with me, so that counts, right? He has this weird 3 eyelashes, so let's make sure we show that. So Pixelated Chips, how are you doing today? Are you doing well, hopefully? I think I will... Okay, I will cheat this. I will use the hair to cover up the other eye. So he has like... so I don't have to draw the other eye. Okay. Don't... Nobody would know, okay? Nobody would know. Nobody would know. Because we're covering it with hair. So the hair is... He has like a really floofy hair. What the heck? Like he has really floofy hair. So kind of like show... Let's do something like this. And then... Pam 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 pam. Pam pam. The ear. Let's not forget to like create a decent ear. And I think the outline should be like this. I'm doing well myself. Nice. They're like most... So the pinkies are like the secret society, like way worse than the... not really way worse, but like more secretive than the other ones. So Pixelated Chips, how what do they call it? What's your favorite type of chips? The story in this could be him pointing at the suspect after finding them reference, then chasing after them because they ran. You're so right. You're so right. And I wanted like... Okay, hear me out. I want to keep this shading style of this, like really like flat shading, but with like highlights instead. Like I imagine... Okay, here's what I imagine, okay? You know the style where in shows where it's like a back... Like there's like a sun or like a light source in the background and it's just edge lighting all over? I will try that one. Let's see how that works because I usually do like a directional lighting, right? So I want to try like edge lighting, and if it actually works for this piece of art, then you know what, let's go for it. So let's try to make his hair like edge lighting. I think that could work for this art, right? The ear. And the ear kind of like this. Is that too big? I think that's too big. Let's try to thin it out just a little bit. Bam, bam. Let's make sure his hair. I need to make. I need to make the hair floofier. Hold on. As long as it's optional. Hey, you there! You looking mighty suspicious. I liking it so far. Thank you, thank you. I think I need to make the hair a little bit more floofy. So let's move up the entire top piece upward, like this. I know, not that one. Just the top piece, like probably. Oops, I keep pressing like home, and it just zooms out to like a really wide shot. I need to make the hair a bit more floofy, so kind of like this should be good. Ignore the backline art. I mean the background. That would confuse some of you. Also, you know what? Let's delete this layer. We don't really need it anymore. That would just confuse us even more. Yeah, I think this is much better. And then you could use this as a way to add more hair. Like this. So he has like a really cool, like long hair. Like this. Then the ear obviously has some ear fluffs. Like this guy, like you can see like ear fluffs. But I'm not sure if I could showcase it if it's like same color with like the inner of the ear. So I will try to make it white. Probably like same color as this one. Let's see if that works. Because I want to like differentiate like the fluff of the ear. With what do you call this? With the with the actual inside of the ear. Do you want to know what's my favorite abnormality in lobotomy? Let me guess, is it the I forgot actually all the anomalies in this one. In the freaking game. It's been a while. He has this weird, you know what? I will try to outline this one. Like he has this, the differentiation of the fur here. So he has like fur here, I like black fur here or gray fur and white fur for the jaw. So it's kind of like this. And you know what? I will use his gray. Hold on. Or at least a shade of gray. And like this. I should not be coloring this right now. You know what? Let's do that later. I'm just going to confuse myself. Let's do the outlines first. Okay, for the jacket, the fur jacket. Let's try to like do like a single like the fur for his neck first, kind of like here, and then the fur for the jacket. Let's do. I kind of love and hate how there's like a lot of a lot of fur on the jacket. Like I love it because you know we could like play around and make it all floofy. But it's annoying to do, especially it's easy-ish when you're like manual. But for pixel artists, you know, everybody hates like diagonals and stuff. Let's do like a crease for the jacket, and then yoink, yoink. Okay, so his jacket has a white lining inside, kind of like the zipper. So let's try to simulate that as well. I think we're doing a much faster pace this time, right? Well, it's nothing there. Oh, okay. I think I remember that one. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I think I remember like seeing memes for that one. Okay, so the shoulder. Let's try to do it here. The bam bam. Dun, 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 dun. Pam, 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 pam. Does he have like a pocket in the jacket? I really, you know what? For funsies, let's add like a pocket for a jacket to make it feel like it's a jacket and not just a regular old coat. I'm doing some creative liberties as the artist here. Pam 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 pam. By the way, guys, announcement. Not really announcement, more like just a heads up. Next week, by the start of next week up until the end of October, I will not be streaming because I will be on vacation. So just a heads up. Don't worry, I will still upload YouTube videos and stuff, but I will just not be streaming. I will be back streaming by November. Don't worry, I will still stream by the weekend this week. But after that would be like the last stream for October. The next stream would be in November. I will do an announcement, don't worry, for all the VOD viewers and the people that are not here. But yeah, that's why I asked for the vacation. Wink wink. It's a subtle wink wink, nudge nudge for you guys. Guys, what's your progress on Loboting Corporation? You know what? Let me check my Steam. It's not any impressive. I only played it for I only played for 1.5 hours. Where are you heading? I will not spoil it just yet. I will do the vacation post during vacation, as well as after vacation. I'm that type of person as that who believes that whenever you do any vacation, do all the posts and all the sharing after the vacation and not like before. So yeah, stay tuned for that one. I will do an update, or you know what, I'll probably do a stream wherein I'll just do more pixel art while I talk about vacation. So yes, stay tuned for that one, fellas. Stay tuned for that one. Yep. So yeah, I will be doing a vacation for around a week or so. Obviously, I would have some rest days before, and I know after vacations I will not be streaming immediately. So just to be like sure that I would be able to stream with full energy, I would start streaming by November, and I will post the sked immediately. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I think I want to make it floofier, so I will just make his jacket here like kind of like this. Yes, now that is floofy. Floofy. That's a floofy one. And I'll reduce this by a bit. You're not even 0.7 of progression. Yes, I know, right? Here's the reason, okay, Articus, here's the reason. So I played it, then I stopped playing it because by the time I bought Lobotomy Corporation, that's where I also bought. It was around the same time I bought Dyson Sphere Program. So you already know what happened to most of my R's on during that gaming time. So yeah, okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty decent. Okay, save. Don't forget to always save. Don't you hate it when your application crashes and then it doesn't save? Pam. Okay. But yeah, however, Articus, I watch some people, specifically my VTuber Oshi or Kameoshi, as they say, play it. So I have ideas on other anomalies, all the events, and how challenging it comes when you go later in the game. Pam 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 pam. And Aseprite, I will draw. I spent 400 hours for library because I keep replaying it. That's insane. I think my most gameplay time that is not a freaking free-to-play MOBA is probably Dyson Sphere or Factorio. Satisfactory and all the other automation games are catching up. Who's this Oshi? If you are familiar with a certain alcoholic fox named Tenma, that is my Kamiyoshi that I've been following for quite some time. Lobotomy Corporation will be personal hell. I expect that, man, based on what I've seen on how players describe the game. So if you're familiar, fellas, with the VTuber Tenma Miami from Phase Connect, I join the stream and lurk in her streams from here and from time to time. Okay, what nails does this guy have? Okay, black nails. Easy. Thank you. Thank you for like a simple monochrome look. But yeah, she is my Kamiyoshi, fellas. So, hopefully, I cross my fingers. I will do like probably one fan art or so of her, and what you call this? My parasocialness is going parasocial. Yes, being parasocial for your Kamiyoshi. She played that Dark Souls Paradicon. That's how I am aware. Yes, yes. I started following her like when she first debuted, I believe. And then, just stuck with that one. Can't believe how much her English has improved over the years. And still that angry old fox. What the heck am I doing with the freaking fingers? It's going insane. The fingers are not looking like fingers. Or maybe because it's pixel art and I'm doing way too in. That's probably one of the problems I do as well. When it comes to pixel art, I zoom in too much that it doesn't look like anything at all. Bam. Bam. Okay, now I think that's much better. I think I'm doing an impression. So guys, if you do any fan art of me, do a fan art of me beside Tenma, okay? Okay, fellas, okay. I'm pretty new to this VTuber community. I found out it like 2 months ago. Damn, I started during pandemic, just like most of the other people probably. The pictures sometimes are invisible. Shush! Okay, shush. So there are two. Oh wait, no, the pinky. I thought you were talking about the freaking hands here. You were talking about the levers of ruin and pinky, right? But yeah, pixel chips, it's a rabbit hole, I swear. Once you start, it's going to spiral down. In hands, like creating hands, you're like ways to hack drawing hands. First of all, hide the thumb by doing like this angle. Second of all, hide the pinky finger by doing this angle. I'm also in the pandemic era. No. Okay, and then the platform should be, that's decent enough. Don't judge me with my hands, okay? I'm not good at drawing pixel art hands. At least one arm is done. Holy crap, please let me finish like under 2 hours, please. Please. Let me finish under 2 hours. Also, you know what? I'm gonna make this fluffy. I'm gonna make this tail fluffy later. Okay, so for the freaking So just regular pants, right? Nothing special about the pants. Okay. That was Black Souls and South Park Playground was my first impression. It was wild. Oh my gosh. No, can't believe your first impression of that was the freaking Black Souls, man. And the South Park is like pretty fine, but the Black Souls one is insane. For like your first impression of Tenma. It's pretty funny though. You know what? I respect it. I respect it. I respect it. You know what? I will use like another line here to like showcase the pants. So it's much obvious that those are pants. So I'm going to extend this like a bit more because I wanna do something like this for the pants. Oops. Don't double line because this is like semi-final one. Okay, and then so that I could showcase like the calves of the pants. But overall, I'm happy I found out about this community. Yes, nice one. I'm a Black Souls player. Yes, and that game is like most probably like automatic ban. But it's insane how Tenma figured it out. And then the shoes and the boots, I will slightly move it over here. So the boots, kind of like this, kind of like facing forward and like stepping on it. So I'm gonna put like the Mickey Mouse footsies here. And then, you know what, I'm going to use like a line tool. Because these are boots. So there are parts. I can just do something like this. Much easier. Pam pam pam. And then the back part of the boots, like bending. Kind of like this. And to the sole. That is too big. Let's make it thinner. And then the pattern, it has lacing. I gotta go now. Bye. Alright. Bye, Rainy Animations. Thanks for stopping by. How about we change the wolf-like points to fit what vibe is drawing? How though? I am not sure Zoro arc is there. Huh. Yeah, it's not because I don't think the newer generations. So go for like an older generation Pokemon. Kinda like, I'm thinking, what are the older generations of Pokemon? Arcanine is there, right? Chemistry because Corn is talking about 2 enemies are naked. Bye bye, Rain. Oh yeah, bye Rainia. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you had a great day, or great night, or great noon. Whatever time is it in your place. What do you call this? Arcanine is there, I believe. I think I'm just going to use like a single pixel line for the shoelaces here. Kind of like this. Yeah. Okay. Matina. Yo! I think it worked. Did it work? Yes! It's much more center. Pam pam. Pam pam pam. Pam pam pam. Yeah, kind of like that one. Pam pam pam. Now everybody's jumping. Your jumps can now crush me. Yes. Okay, look at that. That's nice. Okay. So yeah, we have the other boot. Now I could draw the tail. Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to draw like these lines for his jacket. Like this one. Because as much as I want to like make like a plain jacket, because if I do like the plain jacket right here, it would look like a cape. So I think it's much better, in my opinion, to make at least the edge be like this one. So at least it would feel like a jacket rather than a cape. Especially we're working with limited pixels here. Like this one. I'm your god. Not the Arceus pull. Also tail. Let's make the tail like really fluffy. I imagine this tail being really floofy. Let's turn on the stabilizer. It'd be much easier to draw curves and stuff. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Let's go to the other side. Let's meet halfway. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Oops. Yeah, I'm satisfied with that one. Final tail. Bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Are you planning to draw 2 pixel art this stream? That's like 4 hours. Yes. I'm planning. That's the keyword plan. Just like in the last time. I'm planning on it, okay? So at least I'm trying to like mix, as I said earlier, like mix efficiency with quality. So I speed with quality. So I'm trying to be more efficient when in my pixel art because I don't want to like tire myself out when doing some pixel arts. I want to be able to both enjoy it and at least create like decent amount. Like just a better workflow in general. You know, I enjoy life where I read and experiment. That's insane. I don't read, by the way. Best vacation of 57 voted home. I love it. Let's see. By the beach. Ooh, people like by the beach. It's interesting. Like none of you like the mountains or another city. So the other leg with the boots. See, I will try to like do like simple shading here. That's what I said before, right? I'm going to do like simple shading and then look what I did for the rest of the other arts. Proceeds to not do it. Oh, I love this music, yo. We don't want to go anywhere but home cause sleep. You know what? Mood. That's such a mood. Bum, bum. Okay, his boots is like a simple boot. So kind of like it has this middle part going inside. Bum, bum. I don't know what the sole, right? That's called the sole, if I'm not mistaken. So it kind of goes in like this. I love this music, yo. It like fits what I'm doing right now, yo. W pick YouTube, W pick. Okay, that's decent. Yep. Yeah. What do you want to but what's choosing BGM? Basically, um, my other VTuber friend Millennium suggested some more royalty free music to play in the background. So it's just a Japanese playlist that I don't understand, and it says it's royalty free. I went for the beach because it has been 8 years since I went to any beach. I went to a beach very recently. That was fun. My aunt owns a part of a beach which our family and other family bases. Damn, that's insane. Also the beach. Okay, hear me out. Okay. I like the beach. I like the vibes of the beach. However, I don't like swimming in the beach. I don't like hanging out too close to the sand. I can hang out in the sand, but I don't want to like roll around in the freaking sand because the sand gets everywhere. Insert the meme here. You all know the Star Wars meme. But for me, the beach vibe, I like it. If there's a house there or probably a cottage of some sort, I could go. But swimming in the beach, like least. It's not for like I know some people enjoy it. Like when you think of vacations, you think of beach, right? When you're like anywhere. So yeah. Also, that's insane, Articus. You have like you have your own private beach. Ray, that's insane. Oops. Then let's place the other arm. Finally, look at this, like clean. Clean artwork, clean line work. Relatively clean, I guess. Mm-hmm. I don't like sand. It's coarse rough. It's right there. Yes! Radomir, yes! Damn, it's really nice. Champagne cafe on our branch. And I may have took a tea bag. Excuse me, Articus. That's why are you doing goblin things like theft? That is qualified theft. And I will not charge you for theft if you share the tea to the class, okay? Bring enough for the class next time. So the fingers like pointing down with like black nails. Copy and paste to the next one. And the other one. That is too huge. Okay. Now we're talking. What the frick is wrong with this guy's thumb? Nail. Nail. Okay. I'm so bad at drawing hands. I think I need to do something like this. Especially for pixel art, man. I think I'm going to... Yeah. And then for here... I remember putting my tea bag in my mouth when I was a kid. My mother's tea bag. What the heck? What the heck? That stun locked me for a second. I don't know any business stuff, but Don't sheep and wolves have some beef with you? Articus might be hunted by what you're making. Yeah, Articus. I've been making wolves this time. How? Do you have any? What do you call this? Do you have any beef with wolves? Such wolves? Not. I don't care about this finger. But that's fine. I'll stop there. I don't want to do it. I'm gonna put the pinky somewhere here. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. This is fine. That's fine. Yes. You know what? I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna stop right there. Hey, look at that. Turn off. Oops. Yeah, that's decent. Oops. Yeah, okay. Ajit, welcome, Ajit, welcome. I saw something from there. I won't tell because I know what it is. Yeah, perfect. There's cat cafe near my home and they basically pay me to use some of my cat at their cafe for entertainment. Oh, yes, cat. I know I'm drawing wolves right now and dogs, but go, cat, go. Also, I will do the background later. I'm gonna keep this. Okay, let's pick the colors. So I will use for a shade of gray for everything. Okay, hear me out, hear me out. Don't lynch me just yet. Also, I think for the tail, wait, hold on. Before I continue, for a tail, I will add something like this to make it look. What do you call this? To make it look like the tail is floofy. Okay, let's do it. Let's paint it gray. Okay, don't check this out. I will try like an effect I saw in like digital art. It's not pixel art, but you know, I could still apply it here. Nakabay takes care of my cat, so I have more free time to do work stuff. You know what? That's actually a win-win situation. Also, Ajit voting for home. Oh yeah, how you doing today, Ajit? How is your day today? How you doing? Are you doing well? Doing well, I hope. Okay, don't color the entire face like that one. Let's make sure we make part of his face like gray-ish. Also, why the heck? It's around here. Like he has like contouring his face. So let's make sure we color that as is. Kind of like that one, right? Contouring his face. Perfect. His jacket. Similar color. His hands are gray or white. That's fine. His boots, black as well. Honestly, one of the reasons this may be faster than usual is because, you know, we're using simple colors to make it look well. Everything's their most comfy place to be. Yes. Oh wait, I forgot to. I'm going to do like an outline here to make it different. Hold on. I forgot to do it. Kind of like that one. And then let's remove the colors. Pam 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 pam. I'm alright. Weather is messing with me though, but once winter sets in, I'll be fine. Let's go. Honestly, like, as much as winter, like, you know, people say it's really cold and stuff and everything, there's just something really cozy about, you know, the winter. You know, everybody is indoors most of the time. hot drinks, hot food, etc., etc. I jump on Radomir. No, Articus is squishing people. I think my least favorite weather is probably summer, in my opinion. Also, let's pick a color picker. I swear color picker is... Okay, hold on. Hear me out, okay? I know this guy is like white, but I have a plan, okay? I have a plan that I've been cooking since earlier. I mean, since the last stream, okay? Check this out. This is a genius way of showing. Also, let's add the colors to the palette so we don't forget it. Check this out. This is such a cool way of doing it. Ow. I hit my freaking mic. Okay, and then let's add, you know, just a slight bit darker. Just to, you know, add some floof to it. Kind of like this. Like, it's barely noticeable, but, you know, you'll notice it later, okay? We all have dry and wet season here at Typhoon. Ah, the Typhoon/Hurricane sucks. I hate traveling is packing, planning all the stuff about your passport, visa. Then you travel, you have security checks, immigration check your baggage, then you get to complaints about with bad food. I saw snow for the first time in my life, so I just stayed for us. Honestly, first time seeing snow, whether what do you call this? Whether you are from anywhere around the world, I think it's like a magical thing. What the heck? This tail doesn't look floofy at all. Hold on. Okay, now that looks floofy. I want this tail to be really floofy. Hold on. I'm crashing out with the tail here. Okay, I will make this tail floofier. Bam, bam. Oh wow, this music I like. Okay, now that's a floofier tail. Okay, I'm gonna do the shading later, okay? But hear me out. This would make sense later. I'm referring to the concept of snow winter. I've never seen it. Articus, what part of the world are you from? Oh yeah, what do you call this, guys? So don't if you want to share where you are, who you are, be sure to be careful on sharing your stuff. I am what do you call this? I'm in for like your own privacy and stuff, so don't force other people to share their personal information. But if you want to share your personal information, feel free. Just be careful, alright guys? This is the internet. So be careful what you share online, alright? You know your limits on what to share online. But yeah, feel free to, you know, if you want to share where you are, sure, why not? So I'm just going to lock in here for now. Okay, hear me out, okay? Hear me out. I will do the background first because I'm so bothered. I'm so bothered by this one. I'm so bothered by the freaking stuff here. So let's place the background first. For the buildings, I'm just going to like put like a gray here. Like kind of like this one. I will try to do like an isometric. I will try to use what I learned in freaking college. Also, I will add that color. What the heck? Oh, I didn't do the thing. Okay. Bam bam. Bam, bam. But oh my gosh, I'm loving this playlist. W Millennium W. I don't know where you got this from, Millennium, but it's a pretty banger. It's a banger. Perfect for the pixel art stuff. Bam, bam. Okay, let's do some shading. I'm locked in, guys. I apologize if I can't see what you're doing right now. So let's do something like this. Shading. I swear the shading feature of Aseprite is insanely good. Okay. The architect's now showing. Let's freaking go. Yeah, don't need to tell me you don't want. I'm just curious because Artica says he typhoons and what's on. The work of someone that studied architecture. Yes. I'm using what I've learned, fellas. I'm using what I learned. When your degree actually helps you in something. Oops, that doesn't look right. That looks much better. Then I try to make this a bit darker. Yeah, look at that. It's a building. It's a building. And guys, you know what's the magic about this one? Hold on. Copy. Paste. Flip. Frick. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to work with this one. Look at that. And you know what's even more fun about this one? Easy. Easy. Summer suck. You ever sidewalk shimmer? Yeah, like heat waves are insane. The power of copy paste is unparalleled. Yes, look at that. See, now we have buildings. And let's try to put hold on, I will try to do something here. For the background buildings, let's place another layer, the power of layers. You know what, let's try to do, yeah, let's try to have background buildings. Hold on. I will choose another shade. You know what, let's try to do something just like this. I will change to like a square one because we're using straight edges. So like this one. Whoops. I keep forgetting like this is actually not like the layer. So do something like that. Probably something like this. And more buildings at the background. Probably a single small building here. And then some taller buildings here. Okay, that one. Bam. You know what? I'm going to use like a slightly lighter shade for this one. So at least we could like differentiate the layers. Like I wanna have like a sun over here, okay? Like just behind this guy. Like try to silhouette this guy with the sun. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to like make him have a sun silhouette. And then you want to make it feel like a building, I just add like slight windows. See, that's a building hack. Just put like that. It's now a building. For this one, I'm just going to do something. Another one over here. And you know what? Another one over here, just above this building. Just, you know, work on the composition. Color, the lighter color. Okay, that one. Copy. I should have just copy pasted it if I'm just going to do the same thing, right? And line. And that, to make it like feel organic, don't make it like too perfect. Pam. And then, you know, I want to try like adding some windows here as well. Just a lighter version. I mean a darker version. Same here. Make sure to align it. And you know what? I'm going to stick with that one. Like, not all buildings have windows at the sides anyway. And as per usual, check this out. Copy, paste. Now we have another building at the side. And I don't want to have this that much detail. And yep, let's have this building have antennas. Like building antennas. Yoink. Yeah, some antennas, right? And then some more. I'm just trying to fill out the space here. Like with some random buildings in the background. Like a skyline. So we are kind of like showing him like he is really an agile dude. I'm making more effort here than the freaking what they call this, than the freaking character. The composition of this one. And that one. Yeah, see? Simple but effective. Okay. And then, you know what? Let's add a slightly green layer. Just, you know, to make sure, like, you know, it's not all depressing and stuff. Let's add like a tree. My secret. What layer are we? Let's place this in front. Let's have a tree. Kind of like just here. Just overlooking the area. And then we highlight it. Just a little bit. Kind of like this one. Like edge highlighting. And then you know what? And the magic of this, I could just merge this one, merge down, and now we have a double layer here. I could make something. I could add something here. Hold on. I could make like slight lines here to add like a bit of texture to this building. This building is too flat. Let's add some textures here. Kind of like this one. Building blocks. Like that one. Okay, you know, just to differentiate that area. And then Let's add this building. Some highlights to show like there's another building here. And another highlight here. Connect that one. Okay. And then similarly, let's put a highlight on top of this building. On top of this building. Top of this one. And then let's put the background of the background. The background would be like a sunset-ish. Let's remove this one. We don't need that layer anymore. Oh, okay. How many hours? Oh my gosh, we're almost 2 hours. Jesus. We're almost 2 hours. Okay. Okay, guys, I'll show you the quick way of doing backgrounds. First, pick a color. Boom. Sky. Easy. Put it in your color palette. Second, sunset color. I'm gonna put a sun. Put it here. Make a big brush. Make an oval. Whoops. Shade. We have what do you call this? We have this one. And then among these two, like create like probably a middle shade. Like this one. Bam. Okay. Lastly, get like a white color. You know, some clouds. Oops, that's a line. Thought that was a freaking cloud. Bam, bam, and just let your imagination run wild. Like what the shape of the clouds are. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the technique. Get the jumble tool, really big. Just jumble them together. Like this one. And then we blur. Just click it as much as you can. Just blur. And then you've got your background. Easy background. Let's not forget to place some clouds again. More clouds here, you know, just to fill up the space. Probably on top of this building. Oh wait, you know what? I'm going to make this like in another layer. Hold on. New layer. I should have done the clouds in like another layer, huh? It would have been much easier. Sorry if my conversation skills aren't the same as you as been playing Battlefield. I'm kind of sleeper fine. More normally that. Dude, it's fine, man. It's fine. Plus Battlefield 6. I know some people like... I'm not really a fan of shooters, but based on what I've seen, people seem to really like it. So, you know what? Good for you guys. It's been a while, I guess, since like... I'm just going to blur this as well. It's been a while since like a good Battlefield game came out, right? Let's blur these clouds. And so that our main dude is in focus. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Let's play some highlights here as well. Let's play some highlights to make this thing look interesting. Let's move you to here. So So I could do shading. Shading, I mean. Pam pam. I swear, shading tool is really helpful. Look at that. Yeah, it's pretty great. Not only we're flying back to grounded battle, not that Battlefield 2077. Yeah, I heard some people didn't really like the futuristic vibes of certain Battlefield games. So I'm glad you guys like got a really good one. Pam pam. Pam pam. Simple ink. Pam pam. Pam 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 pam. Yeah, look at that. Background. What layer are you? You know what? I'm going to label these layers building. Not just Battlefield called it with Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare. And they didn't like it, right? Like they didn't building front. Like they didn't like the futuristic vibes of it. Clouds. Sky. Let's add one new layer here. And literally, I will make this opacity 50. Pure white. You know what? Let's do something this first. What the? Yep, let's just like create like a really like the sun is like right here. Sky, buildings. Bam bam. Yeah, good thing they're like, I believe they're like coming back to it, right? Which I really like and enjoy. Like, you know, good for you guys. Like listening to what people actually want. W. I know it took a while, but at least it's there. Okay, you know what? Check this out. This is how we do the coloring, okay? Do some slightly lighter shade. Shading. Let's do edge lighting. This is going to be really fun. And the effect is so, hopefully the effect would be really nice. Like the sunset, hopefully I can capture like the sunset vibe. I swear the shading tool is really good. Thank you, developers, for adding shading tool. Pam 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 pam. Like it's insane. Imagine like the older Aseprite versions didn't have this tool. Especially how the Saudi Arabia is buying them. Ooh. What the? So what's your favorite COD game ever? Or like first person shooter game of all time? Since I guess you're like a FPS gamer, right? I assume. I want to hear like your thoughts on like FPS games in general. Almost done with Journey and the 2 hours is almost up. Hey, shush! Radomir, shush! And I tried, okay? I tried a different style here. Favorite of all time or more recent? For of all time and recent, and by recent I mean in the past decade or so probably. Or past 5 years, I think. Should be enough, right? Mm-hmm. Doom 2016. Ooh, the Doom game. I remember playing like the old Doom game. I really enjoy that as well. But I haven't played the recent ones. So hopefully, obviously, since it's your favorite game of all time, it should be good. Why don't you say you got faster drawing pixel art than before when you were a beginner? I think I've gotten way faster because as I go along when drawing pixel art, I've learned to obviously like certain techniques I refined and using the tools much better, like knowing the hotkeys and the tech and the shortcuts and everything really helped a lot. So I assume if I were to do this like in the past, like same artwork, same style, I'd have taken like maybe 5 hours or more when I was a beginner. And plus in the beginner, I was so focused on making it perfect that, you know, I took a lot of time off. Yeah, honestly, I like that shading. Okay, I feel proud of this one. I think I'm done here. That's an interesting thing. But mostly, like, when it comes to like fasting, during fasting pixel art, the one that really helped me is just learning the application that I used and stuff. Enjoying Arma before. Oh, Arma. Arma. Sniper Elite, I've heard. Arma as well. I have played Arma 2 way back, but I didn't really enjoy it. I don't think it's my type of game. You know what? Let's add like another layer here. I just want to add like additional layer here for something. Hold on. Is this app you're using kinda of old? Not. It's old in a sense where. What time was this app released? Hold on. Let me check. It's old in the sense, yeah, it's old in the sense like it released in 2016 also, 2016, but it always has constant updates. So this latest update was just in last month. So yeah, it's pretty consistent with their updates with some quality of life features and stuff. This out. I'm going to do something here. It's called just adding a bit of depth to it. Like just add like wires and stuff. And then check this out. Okay, check this out. I wanna make this like semi like the bloom effect to it, but we don't have bloom effect in pixel art, right? So the best thing that I could do is to have like a slight blur effect to it, like just a slight blur to everything, but not too much blur that you would not recognize everything, but this would showcase like the depth of field. And then, and you know, just learning some techniques would actually help. And yeah, just like that. Still holds up, I see. Yep. It's looking so good. It does. I don't know why I'm getting Spider-Man vibes, like in a good... Like, look at this! Honestly, I'm really proud of this one. Composition really well. The line work is like clean. And like the shading for the main character is simple enough that I don't really need to think of it. Just like, instead of like having a lot of shading of the shadow, I just needed to shade the outline because it's backlit. And then, what do you call this? Oh, wait. I made one more slight adjustment. I just need to create shadow for the eye. There. Perfect! Yep. I'm really proud of this one. And it didn't reach 2 hours! Just barely a few minutes before 2 hours. Yeah, look at that. Finished work for Wolf War. Really like the vibe. Yes, we're shaving off minutes. But yeah, I think this is like a really cool way. And I really think like the depth of field effect really helped a bit, making it feel like, you know, wait, hold on, I'm gonna try something. I know I should really stop touching this already because it's done. But let me try to... nah, it doesn't work like that. But yeah, that looks pretty good. Like, especially with the highlights and everything. Yeah. Like, our character is in focus. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Side by side. Whew. Okay, you know what? I will just take a quick... what they call this? A quick break. Like, probably just get some water. So yeah, hold on for a few minutes, okay? Right, I am back. Got some water. How are you guys doing? But yeah, look at this. Finished artwork for Wolf. I'm slightly excited for the next one because it is like a really... I thought you left earlier. Okay. So, the next one I don't know what to do because I have the freedom. Also, let's create a new one. New. What's this canvas size again? No, not you. I'm talking about this one. Canvas size 320 by 320. 320 by 320. Okay, let's save this as the next one that actually commented, which was Earth Soldier. Let's name this Earth. And then this is an interesting one. Because but again, like, welcome back, Rainy. This is an interesting one because it is like a simple sketch, like really like just a really simple character design. But with this one, we could go crazy with it, and I assume, like based on this character has like really thick muscles. So let's try with that one. As per usual, let us load some palettes here. Okay, I have an idea for this one, and I will think, is it like one of those plague doctors? I'm not really sure. I'm not sure if this looks like a tongue with a mouth. So, since given how obviously I don't want to create like just a 2D one. I want to like make like a 3D dynamic one. I've been thinking about this one since the last pixel art, so I kind of have an idea on what to do here. So my idea is, hear me out. I'll make this character like a superhero or like a super action character. So check this out. So my analysis, okay, quote unquote, turn on the analysis glasses here. This character is what do they call this? I will use this as a guide, okay? Strong legs, so I will emphasize that. Looks like arms, like part of the arms, but I will try to make this like into a gauntlet of some sort. And I don't know how many fingies this guy has. I assume, I don't know, 3, 2, probably 3 only. So we could go with that one, like 3 fingies, like a thumb and 2 fingies. And just gauntlets, a typical shirt, a spiky hair, and obviously there's the tongue. I'll try to make this like into like a superhero of some sort. Let's see if I can do it. The amount of freedom I have with this character is, I have no idea what to do. Like obviously it's good that I have freedom, but at the same time, it can drive me insane. Okay, first let's do an outline. So here's my composition, my idea for the composition. So proportions for this is going to be really, really hard. Give Spiky Beetle live but purple. Shikari, whose fingers are you stealing? Why? Pesky finger stealing goblins. Excuse me, I'm not stealing fingers. You're stealing fingers. I will go for a Dragon Ball vibe here, okay? Like a Dragon Ball-ish vibe. Since I don't have much work for the color palette here, so check this out. Also, I bet that I will probably end like in another 2 hours, which is going to be hard. So let's place like the head probably up here, kind of like here. I'll make like a Dragon Ball vibe here. So I will try to make the hair like really spiky, but make it go backward, like kind of like this one, like Vegeta in some sort, like kind of like that. This would be like the head, kind of like this. Simple ink. I keep forgetting to put like simple inks, kind of like that one. And then the body, I'm not sure. Given the hips, I assume this person's like female. So chest area like this size, thin waistline, and then really, really thick legs, kind of like this one, like really thick legs. The boots. But by the way, hi Shikalo, hi, how are you doing today? How are you doing? Thanks for joining us. Really thick legs. When I will do the same thing I did with the wolf. I will put like the leg somewhere here, the boots extending. For the arms, I want to emphasize the gauntlets here because that's the one that this character is known for. So it'd be like a huge, okay, one thing like a power, like something to jump out of. So I think that's my idea here. Like this one, let's make it really, really thick. And the gauntlets, one thing I like about this, since the proportions are not, so I don't really need to follow like certain proportions. So imagine like the gauntlets are like this, I assume the gauntlets have 3 fingies. So like that one. And obviously there are like spikes. So let's try to add like spikes like this one. Like just 2 spikes like that. So, yep, kind of like this. Kind of claws. Let's try to make it like claws. Like gauntlets like that. And then the other hand, somewhere here. Gauntlet. The proportions. I really like playing with these types of characters. As much as like, you know, like the freedom and stuff is limited. I know, not limited. More like I have so much freedom. I need to limit myself on what I can actually do and perform. So, and then spikes like this one. Like, do you see like the Dragon Ball vibe here, especially with the proportions? You know, the proportions remind me of. Have you watched Steven Universe? I think I might go with a proportion for that one. Garnet, I believe, was the name. And then I will have like a platform here. I will let this guy be leaping like out of like a freaking rock. Like this one. And let's try the darker one. Yes, that's easier on the eyes. I think that one, like leaping on a rock, flying, and the background will be like explosions. No, you know, that's actually pretty smart. But I think my idea here is like more of a space vibe. Because, you know, this looks like an alien. And I wanna like capture the alien vibe of this character. Okay. And as much as okay, here's the thing. I really don't know how to incorporate like hair like in front of this. Like I probably wanna try to do, you know, Voltron. I know, was it Voltron wherein they have these masks, right? And like this mask, I want to like try it here, but I will keep like the purple vibe to it. I just want something to differentiate like the eyes probably, but let's just see how it works. Let's just see. I will do a rough sketch and let's see how it looks from there. Let's do this one. Oh, let's do the face first. So the face, let's try to make it simple. I will try to make it like angular. You know, we could have like a lore between these characters now. Let's try to like use lines here instead to make it like really angular and less sketchy. And then the mouth, tongue. The tongue could like roll out like this. Like, you know, like the mouth is just open. Like the tongue is like sticking out like this one. Also, yeah. Like the tongue is just sticking out. Like the character is like really excited to fight. Like the character is also smiling. And then the head, the hair. I wanna try like this character to have like a mask. Like a superhero. I want to make this character to be like a superhero. I don't want to make like a villain character. I'm a nice person like that one. Nose. Like, kind of like a superhero vibe here. Pam pam. Kind of like this. If you... Yeah, look at this, like a crazy superhero character. And then let's place some spiky hair, like a Dragon Ball hair. Pam pam. Spiky hair, spiky hair. Pam pam. A crazy style. Spiky hair. And let's just make sure like the hair covers like most of the features here. I like that one. Let's add, and the way that Dragon Ball does their hair to make it feel, they add like more spikes in the middle. And do something like that. And just do some shading in between. Yeah, you know what? That seems to. And now it's the most challenging part, I believe. Like, how am I going to proportion this body? So let's put the shoulders, like really strong shoulders here. Like, let's try to define like this. I believe this character to be like really buff based on the legs, shoulders. Let's erase this tongue first. Let's add the tongue like post what they call this, post body proportion, so we would not be confused. They have like a neck here, so it's a shirt. So let's place like a shirt here. Well defined hands, neck, collarbone. Then don't forget, let's try to make this fun. Let's add what they call this. Let's add, you already know what this is, to emphasize like the proportions of this character. Really toned. Pam, 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 pam. Pam. Okay, like this one. Back muscles really thick. Pam, pam. Like this. Then waist. The waist is slowly starting to go here. Then here. And then the belt. The iconic belt. Let's keep the belt. Belt buckle. And then kind of like this one. Let's make the muscles here really defined and huge. Let's make sure we do the triangle first so that we could, you know, indicate where the hips are. Kind of like here. Then, boom, thick legs. Kind of like this one. And then, thick legs. Muscular, like the knee, and then after the thick legs, do something like this. The calf muscles next. Calf muscles next, which are just really, really thick. Goes in. This person has boots, therefore we add a bit of thickness here. Like this. Whoops, wrong layer. Add the heel. And then the toe pointing like a steel toe. So it has the Dragon Ball vibes to it. I wanna try to do that. I like, you know, the child. I used to draw like the Dragon Ball character proportions in the past. I'm not sure if everybody does that in their childhood. So let's place the knee is around here. Therefore the joint legs kind of like this. And they're like, the boots are around here. Calf muscles. Pam pam. Pam 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 pam. The boots, similar to the previous drawing that I did. Almost same post, honestly, but you know, with the fists. Let's have a steel pointed boots here. Okay, that's pretty decent. Like, look at that. A superhero. Also, what the heck happened to the background? What the heck? Bam, bam, bam. The gloves. Mm, how am I going to draw the gloves? So I think I'm just going to make it like huge, like this. Make it look really intimidating with like pointy ends and pointy claws. And since this is not a realistic hand, I could go crazy with it. I could just do something like this, and it would still fit the character one way, shape, or form. Obviously, I still have to, like, put the joints and stuff, but it's like much less finicky, I guess, because the character only has like three fingies, I assume. And then the spikes, kind of like inside. And then the rest of the thing, kind of like that one. Like really scary, intimidating claws. At the same time, we're a superhero. Bam. Ooh, okay. Bam, bam. Similarly, with this one, let's create the arms, the muscular arms, or at least the thin arms. The toned. I think toned is like the best way to describe this. Toned arms. Gauntlet. And then here. Hi guys, I'm Pixelated Chips. Welcome back. Welcome back. How was your... I don't know, did you eat chips while you were gone? I just add two fingies here, like a claw. So like that. And then the spikes. The back like this. Bam, bam. Hey, you finished the last one, 1.5 hours. Yes, it's much faster, right? Shaving off minutes. The speed run is going well. The pixel art speed run is going well. No, I just did a quick art. Oh, let's freaking go. Let's go. We artists do our own thing. Let's go. Okay, I think I'm kinda okay with that pose. And obviously we have a tongue here sticking out, like kinda like this one. Like a crazy tongue. But let's do that after that. I will do that in another layer to make it easier for me. I want to like make sure the body is obviously well toned. Okay. So I think I'm going to go with the 3-shade color here. I'm going to go for purple, obviously. Purple. Skin for this one. Pants probably blue. Belt is brown. Is gray. And some thumbs, things like that. Ooh. Need coffee here. Bam, bam. But so how was your quick art, Pixelated Chips? How was it? Okay, now let's do the next one. The clean lines. Where's the black color? Okay. Let's do something like this. Bam. Bam. No, I just am very satisfying with it. Else. Nice. Nice one. You know, I know, you know, sometimes people always say, most artists say, like, you know, their art is not good and stuff. You know, it's scuffed and everything. Even I sometimes do that. But I think, like, the best way, you know, just appreciate your own art. It really helps, like, you know what, I'm proud of this art. Like, say it. Like, because for some people, you know, obviously, for some people, they really appreciate your art. So hopefully you also appreciate yours, and that's a good thing. So you clean line art here. I mostly did some clean line art already here. But yeah, it took me a while to you know, compliment my own art. I always say, oh, it's bad, I could have done better. But your previous self would be amazed by your current art, I guess. So that's how I view it in a way. Is the black part from the origin its mouth, or it's got tongue coming out from it? Yeah, like, what they call this? So the idea is, what they call this? Because I wanted to, like, try to have, like, just hair on this one, like, kind of like this one. But it feels weird, like, it's hard to, like, pinpoint where the face is. So I decided just to put a mask. I will keep the same color, like, the hair and the mask would be the same color. So my idea is that, and then I would put another layer for the tongue, kind of like this. Like, the tongue would kind of like be like this, or kind of like that one, like just flowing outward like this one. So, or probably going down, like, since we're going this way. So yeah, I would just do another layer for that one. I just want to, like, make sure that the body proportions are well toned, so it would be easier for me to, like, do the shading and stuff. And obviously the nose, the mouth that is open, like a smirking mouth that is open, and then the tongue, I don't know, something like this. And since it's not that long, but I want to emphasize it, so okay, maybe any suggestions on how the tongue would, like, flip kind of like this? Yeah, I think that's, well, like, kind of like Venom style, probably. Venom style. But yeah, I'm trying my best here. I'm trying my best to interpret this one. So hopefully, like, the oh yeah, I forgot. Wait, I need to post. Wait, what time did I start? Can anybody check what time did I start drawing this character? Hold on. It was around 20 minutes ago. 22 minutes ago. So you know what? Let's just, I'm just going to put it like 2 hours exactly. Comment. Post the link. Post the link. I'm just gonna mark it like 2 hours exactly. I'm muted! How long was I muted? What was the last thing that I said? What was the last thing that I say? I'm muted. I apologize. How long was I muted? What the heck? Good thing the model was there to like show. But yeah, what was the last thing that I said before, I stopped talking, I guess. Damn, a good 1 minute or so. Damn. But yeah, if I was muted, I think... Oh my god, the music is so perfect for this moment. I got muted. I think, okay, so... Okay, so I was talking about... It's probably 1 minute, so I think... I started talking about people... like asking me to do commissions and stuff. Ah, okay, thank you. So, okay, so the one thing that you missed was I was just talking about, whenever I do these things, people keep on telling me that I should do commissions and stuff. And as much as I want to do commissions because, it helps me, get some income, etc., etc. But whenever I do commissions, I don't like dealing with people. I don't like dealing with people. Like, I get drained when I deal with people. Plus, it pressures me since, they paid money for it. So I need to do my best or even more to make their money's worth. But yeah, it just turns like the hobby into like work, which I really don't like to do. And I think, I'm not sure if you feel that way, but basically I don't like turning like this fun time that I want to relax and like do some pixel art to like work. So that's basically it. Like maybe for some of you it's fine, but for me, I want to separate like work stuff with this one. So that's why I prefer doing this, like a free one for everybody in my own pace, etc., etc., rather than, work and, pressure me to do it. I don't want my hobbies to be like work stuff. I want to separate it. So yeah, that's my take, I guess. Pam pam pa pam. Pam pa pam pa pa. Like, I realized when I started doing commissions for this, like way back, that I didn't like to do pixel art for quite a bit because, it drained me rather than, rather than me enjoying it, which is like not a good sign for like for like if you want to draw, if you want, your hobbies to be monetized. If you get drained, your hobbies, like where do you get your enjoyment now? Find other hobbies, I guess, but Pam pam pam. I see the uncanny resemblance to Scissor from the sketch. Scissor, like the Pokemon Scissor? As I deal with rude people at commission. Yeah, that's the worst part. Kind of pain, yes. It is a pain. Are you saying a scissor like Pokemon? Let me check. Scissor. Probably the red shape. Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're so right. Oh my gosh. Yo! And plus the proportions. Yo. Is so right. What the heck? Damn. I don't remember. Scissor, I'm not really that... Even though my stream avatars like Pokemon, I'm not really well versed with like Pokemon stuff. Yeah, you know what? I think that's good. Yeah, that's good. It's really uncanny with the 3 fingers, but it's part of the character design. I'm gonna try to make the best out of this. Uh, Holy crap, we're 30 minutes in. People from my workplace are good people, just that commission can be a pain sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes, you know, you have to deal with like those types of people when you do commissions. Well, you can always like deny them, but you know, that gives them the chance to leave, to badmouth you, and other people would, you know, not commission you anymore, which is bad for business. So yeah, I just don't like dealing with people. Like that's the TLDR of it, I guess. I just don't like dealing with people when it comes to these things. Pam 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 pam. Pam 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 pam. Pam pam. Let's make this character like really muscular. Pam pam. Like the legs, like look at them legs, like thick legs. And the musculature would be even emphasized if I do some shading here. I think I'm gonna go back to traditional shading here. That took me a while. Let's just see how we can do shading here. Pam pam pam. Pam 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 pam. Boots. The boots are just steel toes, right? So really sharp ends, I guess. So I think the end should be like pointed, like that. Pointed. And you know what, let's narrow this center part down to like you could see like the foot. Yeah, you know what, that's nice. 30 minutes? Holy crap, time flies so fast when you do these things. Bam bam. Bam 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 bam. I'm not really sure if I'm still in the playlist for like royalty free music. YouTube's not freaking killing me, so it's fine. I'm gonna move the boots like slightly up. I wanna like have a really thick, what they call this? A really thick calf here. Like this. Bam. And then kind of like this. Bam. Like that. Bam 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 bam. Yeah, at least you get the shape down. Yes, I know, right? Like the proportions, I think I got it, which I really am proud of, given given the reference I have to work with. And hopefully, honestly, the only thing that I hope, like obviously, excuse me. Obviously, like the people who set the OCs are going to appreciate it because this is free art. But you know, there's always that thing at the back of my brain, like they would hate it. And I know I shouldn't think like that, but it's just at the back of my freaking head. So let's add like a sole to at least emphasize like this is a freaking shoe. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Yeah, like kind of like that. And it has this linings here, right? So I think I'm just gonna do like this. Bam. And then we start coloring. Let's remove layer 1. Layer 2, I mean. Yeah, look at that. Pretty cool. I got the shape down. The proportions as well. gauntlets, really cool. I'm proud of the gauntlets. I want to like make sure like the joints are like well defined for the gauntlets. Bam, bam. I never thought of what others think about my art. My brain is too smooth to think. Yes, and I think in the colors, I think I'm gonna put like, I'm not sure if that's a shirt. So I think I'm going to like have just a line here. Like I'm gonna make it like skin tight. Skin tight shirt. My brain is too smooth to think. You know what? I respect that. Like not minding what others people think about your art. I respect that. But I'm gonna like kind of do it here, like here-ish, connected to like that one. I think it's kind of like here. Yeah, kind of like that one. I think that's good. For the colors. Okay. Color 1. Shirt. Easy. Perfect. Color 2 are the gauntlets. Purple. I'm gonna make it like slightly... Whoops. I wanna make it like this color. And this would be the same all throughout. Also, I wanna preface the gauntlets. The fingies. I wanna define the fingies for the gauntlets. Like the tip of the fingies. Hair. Mask. More hair. And then the belt. And then the belt buckle. It's like gray. The pants are like blue. I'm just checking if I miss any pixels. And then the boots are also purple. Bam, bam. Purple, and the toes are like grayish and like matte. I assume those are metal because of the lines. They're kind of like night stuff. So let's do it like this. Kind of like that one. Skin. He has like normal skin, so like not purple. So you can do something like this. We can do something a little bit more not pale. And for the mouth, I'm just going to go with like black since we're going to put a tongue anyway. She has great teeth. You know what? Let's put gray teeth. I like this one. Thanks for the fun stream. I'll just see the fan art at the post again. Sure. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully you get to catch me on the weekend stream as well. We will share this experience as well. Thanks. Bye. Take care, dude. Take care. Thanks for coming. Pam. Okay. That's pretty decent. Now to do some shading. I think I will focus on shading this time. I will not do much effort on the background stuff. Probably. But let's just see. I'll try to think about how to make this like more interesting. I think first things first, I wanna shade the hair. Whoops. Wrong shade. You know what? This is much more closer. Or that is much more closer. Yeah, that is much more closer. Okay. Understandable. Let's add this one so we could easily do some shading. Let's make it a bit darker for the dark ones. I'll try to focus on shading on this one. And then let's add like the lightest one for highlights. Because since this is a gauntlet, I want to do some highlights similar to the last one. Let's do what they call this? Let's apply what we learned from last time. Okay, so first things first, hair. Let's go shading. Let's go for highlights first. Wait, why are you not? Oh, it's this color. My bad. Wrong color. Bam, bam. Let's put you here. Oh, whoops. Let's put you down here. Okay. Bam, bam. Let's do some highlights. I'm gonna do like a bright background again as well, probably. Bam, bam. Let's just do some quick highlights. Oh no, I forgot the freaking ends. The ends, dude. I hate it when pixel art does this, but yeah, it's fine. It's pixels. You know, when the tips are not like colored, because they're like an isolated pixel. You know what? I'm going to. You know, my freaking perfectionist ass. Let's extend like that to make it feel like hair. Extend a bit. And yep, highlights. Go back to shading. Highlights. Let's do highlights first, then we go from dark to like darkest. Just a simple highlight. Bam, bam. And you know when some animes like do something like this, do like highlights to make the hair feel like hair. And let's try to do that. Maybe that could help us. And the mask, let's do something like this with the mask to differentiate it from the other ones. Kind of like straight lines. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Okay, now we go for the next shade. The darker, like the darker tones. So let's do some shading here. Just a simple shading, not really perfect. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Whoops, did I move the thing? Okay, I moved the thing. Let's do some shading here to make the hair feel like spiky hair. Bam, bam, bam. Kind of like this. I think that's how I wanna like make that with the hair. Like I wanna make sure like the hair feels thick. And then after this, let's put like the darkest shade afterwards. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Like this. that. Yeah, look at that. The hair has some promise. And then lastly, darkest one. Is this the darkest one? Can I like make it a slight bit darker? Yeah. Let's replace this color. Yep, I think that's much better. Let's just do something like this. Like just at the edge. Pam is the thicker ones. Let's just make it slightly darker. Like that one. Pam pa pam pam pa pam. Okay. Next is highlights for this one. For this, I'm just going to highlight the edges. Highlights are like the easiest. I believe we just put the edges, like just light all the edges and we're good. Like that one. Like I want to have like backlight as well. Bam, bam. I want to make this also look like really shiny. Pam, pa, pam, pam, pa, pam. The next shade. Like this. We do something like that. I'll make this feel like really big and curved. Pam 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 pam. Like that. Like you could see it's actually pretty dark. I mean, like you could see it's really round. That's my goal for this one. Pam pam pam. Pam 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 pam. And then the background, I will make the background like slightly dark to contrast it, probably. Dun, 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 dun. Pam pam pam. Pam 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 pam. Okay, next is the other hand. Dun, 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 dun. Pam. Pam pam. Dun, 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 dun. Pam pam pam. And this to the edge. Pam pam pam. I can't believe I did like a lot of pixel art in like a short span. Like it's insane. I usually, when I do commissions, I usually just take one and like for like a week or two. Now I'm doing a lot of these things in like a short span of time. I'm crazy. I guess I'm that crazy, I guess. pam. Pam, pam, pam. Pam, pam. Pam, 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 pam. What the? Pam, pam. Pam, pam. Dun, dun. Then this all shaded. Pam, pam, pam. Then the darkest one. Pam, 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 pam. Pam, 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 pam. Okay, let's go for the shirt next. Let's make this another layer. I mean another side, so it would be easier to select. So we have that color. I need one for highlights, like a lighter shade of gray. You go here. The darkest one. I know, not the darkest, the shadow one, the darkest one. Okay, 4 colors. Let's go for 4 color shading. And then highlights. Just highlight the muscles, the tone muscles here, the edges of the toned stuff. Makes it really easy to like see all the muscles. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. At least, you know, I'm slowly getting through the list of all the entries of the free pixel art thing. Can't wait to actually finish it and like see all the creations I made. Shading next. You know, just dark. Oops, I moved it again. I should really stop moving that thing. Let's make sure we put shadow emphasis on the neck. I mean the, what they call this? Basically like the neck area, so that we could show on the depth. Not forget to throw shadow on this part. From the jet, the tongue looks like the bird's beak from far away. I know, right? That's what I originally thought. I was like, you know, I will make like a, what they call this? Like a plague doctor style, like in the, what they call this? Like in the Middle Ages or something like that. So I really was going for that art. And then suddenly I zoomed in, I looked at it, and like, no, that's not a beak. There's like a line at the center. So I was like, no, that's a freaking tongue. And I was like, okay, guess we're making a creature with a tongue now. I was thinking of like alien. I was thinking at first, I was like, alien? You know what? We could try that one. And it clicked to me, yo, we could actually try something like, it's like a alien superhero thing. Maybe we could try to do that. And that's where it clicked to me. Dragon Ball style. I wanted to try this one. Maybe I didn't capture like the full essence of the Dragon Ball, but you know, at least, you know, we tried. That's the most important part. We tried and it looks decent. Looks nice. And I think I captured like the tone ness, quote-unquote tone of the body. Jump. Are you trying to catch one of the stars, or are you just trying to jump because you're how they call this? Are you a Waylord in this one? I'm not really sure. My stream elements is not open. This one's pretty easy. I'm just going since the belt buckle is like a highlight, right? Simple ink. I'm just going to do this. Yoink. And then something darker just to put some shade to it. Now we have a shine. Easy. For the belt, I'm just going to do probably like this. Highlights at the edge because I want to do a backlight again. This is the backlight episode. We're trying to do some backlights here. Yoink. That is too freaking bright, dude. That's too bright, my guy. Yeah, that is just right. Whoops. You know what's really insane to me? I realized like brown is not really a quote-unquote color. It's more like orange with context. Like that freaking mind made my mind go explosion. Because if you think about it, when you look at the color wheel, there's not really brown. It's just orange. If you make orange a little bit dark, now you get brown. I was like, what the frick? My brain. I was like, is that real? Is this true? How could this be true? Oh frick, there's still purple in this area. Let's shade this. Shading. Look at this. We're going crazy with the power this time. How many minutes are we in? We're like an R. We have an R left, so that we could speed run it. Not really speed run, more like improve upon our time. At least we don't reach like 5 hours compared to last time. Probably. I'm not jinxing it, but probably. Why are you not shading? Oh, it's right click. Frick, I keep forgetting. Just like this. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Any pixel art tips? Hello games, welcome. I struggle with higher detail and human shapes, especially faces, but in general I struggle with anything that isn't a low detail object. What do you call this? So my tips usually when it comes to like detail with any pixel arts, wait, hold on, is I think like simplicity is best. Like obviously you want to go with what do you call this? Low detail objects. So for example, usually when you go low detail, right, you can just create like a face like that, and immediately pum 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 pum, you have a face. If you want to go higher detail, make sure you always proportion like the detail you want, because you're only limited to a certain pixels, right? So for example, if I want to have like a bigger face and more detail, I just can't make it like twice as big, because if I place the eyes and mouth, it's not going to fit, right? So make sure all the proportions are slightly. So I'm going to make this slightly taller. So now we can have eyes, some eyebrows, and like a mouth. If you want like really detailed pixel art like the one I'm doing it right now, the best thing that I could what do you call this? The best thing that I could make tips for you is, first, I will do this as an example, okay? I will do this as an example. If we turn off all the layers, wait, I will turn off the layer for the main character. I usually go for a silhouette first. Let's place this at the front, like here. I will go for a silhouette first, like this one. Like your goal is to create like a silhouette first, and just to help you have an idea, because if you can identify the character with just a silhouette, it would be much easier for you. So what I did is just a very rough one. I made like a wolf body, a wolf head, a body that's like running away. You don't need to fill in the details first. You just need to make sure it looks right, it feels right, and it makes sense in a way. And after that, boom, you create like a really rough sketch, like over it. Make sure to always have like that outline to help you guide it. So as you can see, I made like the rough sketch here, and I adjusted some stuff. So for example, I sensed like when I traced it, the leg doesn't feel right. I extended it. The arm doesn't also feel right with the angle, so I put it down. The back arm was really short, and yeah, you could see like the tails and stuff. Then afterwards, that's where you fill in the colors, etc. I will give you also another example with my previous ones. So for example, with this one, you know what? Let's go for this one. This is like a different character. So for example, with this one, what layer are you again? You're the character. Okay. So for example, we go here. Let's try to remove everything. Okay. So what I did first, this is like really basic. I set it up like this. Pa 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 pam. Idea was like it's jumping. It has silhouettes over here with the background. Then boom. Afterwards, made a silhouette. I decided it was jumping in the air like this with the tail, with the ears and everything. And afterwards, I made like a rough sketch. As you can see, let's remove the previous layer so it will not get confusing. You can see I made the hair. I outlined the hair. I extended the ears, added detail with the tail, fixed like the pose for the legs. It's just a really rough sketch. And then afterwards, I traced it. And then go for this character. As you can see, it's almost as I flick this, it's almost similar. I just moved it a bit, but it's just me filling up the colors and just cleaning up the lines, right? Then lastly, I added a shadow to add some depth to it, and that's basically the workflow. That's my workflow. Not everybody has the same workflow, but that works for me, and hopefully it works for you. But your goal is for me at least, is just to make sure like the silhouette looks fine and everything. Similar to this one, I made what they call this. I made this. So I'm just going to give you examples for my previous works. I did this. As you can see, it's pretty rough. And then I added like the rough sketch. Even the head doesn't make sense just yet. And then lastly, this is like a much cleaner sketch. As you can see, it's a much cleaner one, because I wanted to make it much better. Afterwards, I added a character. As you can see, it's not exactly the same. I still made some adjustments until I got the perfect one that, satisfied me the most. So yeah, games, hopefully that helped somehow. And hopefully that would help you in your pixel art, my guy. Where were we? Oh yeah, we're doing shading here. Pam pam. But yeah, that's my workflow. Your goal is to just, have that workflow for you. Figure out your own workflow. Once you have that, it's fine. I mean, yeah, the three main colors are red, blue, and yellow. Is just a mixture. Yeah, I agree with that for the brown one. My tip is just to zoom out after you draw a good amount of details, because even a small details can affect the entire art when you see it from far. Oh yeah, that's actually really good as well. Given how in pixel art, you always need to like zoom in. Since we're working with pixels, it's really helpful to zoom in, zoom out, and look back at it like from far away, so that you could see if something feels off, if something feels right. And what I usually do is, if I really wanna do it, I just wanna flip it back and forth like that. So if it feels weird, it feels off, I'm going to edit it. Also, Vince VA, welcome. Work, never heard of her. Mudkip, damn. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm just finishing up the second pixel art I did for this stream so that I could, end the stream and add more to my pixel art portfolio. If you want me to create pixel art for you, feel free to comment in my tweets for the free pixel art. Also, I will just do this for everyone who's new here. I'm really proud of what I did so far. All the pixel arts I did, I'm really proud of so far. Like, it's really nice. And plus, I've been, what do you call this? I've been trying to go back to pixel art, and honestly, I'm really happy that I forced myself to stream this so that I could actually not be lazy and actually work on it. Pam pam. Pam pam. Okay, I think so far, all that's left is this one. But yeah, Vince, how are you doing today, Vince VA? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Let's add some highlights. Also, Vince, I'm not sure if you were here, but look at this. I have my human mode now. Whenever I stream, I will use the human mode avatar. And while I'm recording my YouTube stuff, I will be using the cactus one. Pam pam. Shading. You know what's really insane? I don't really feel like it's been like 3 hours of streaming. I guess there's like a difference between doing pixel art for fun, doing pixel art while talking. Talking with chat for like a few hours actually helps me pass the time whenever I try to do the pixel art. Bam bam. Bam bam. Oh yeah, be sure to not miss like the stream on the weekend as well. This week I will be lessening the streams because I need to record YouTube stuff so that I would be able to post what do you call this? I could agree with. Thank you, dude. Thank you. I will be recording YouTube videos, so I would have enough videos to post while I'm on vacation. And then if I have time, that's when I will do some guerrilla streams of more pixel art so that I could hopefully finish most of them before I go on vacation. If not, I'm just going to do a stream vacation. I will try not to pressure myself even more to do these things. Hold on, the leg here doesn't feel right. The calf here doesn't feel right. Hold on. Bam. I think that's much. Yep, that's much better. I need to do something like this, like that. Yep, I think okay, that feels much better. That singular pixel is pissing me off. Bam bam. Yeah, I remember I got so bored. I painted a lot of pixel art on my house. Painted a lot of pixel art on the house wall. That's insane. I thought it was like, like digital pixel art is easier because you're restricted to pixels, but painting them? Holy cow. That takes dedication, man. I remember when I want to do pixel art like in real life, not digitally, like manual. I usually go for like a graphing paper or any paper that has grids, so that it would be much easier for me to like do the pixel arts and stuff. But now, kudos to you, my guy. That's insane. Being able to do pixel art in real life. want to draw like the calf here. I mean the knee. Kind of like that one. Ba-bam. And plus the music in the background actually helps me concentrate and do some stuff. Ba-bam. Bam. Each pixel was like 3 cm by 3. Damn, that's honestly, I'm more impressed by the fact that you could create like multiple boxes of pixels for like real life. Like maybe I'd give up in like a 3 by 3 already, making each pixels. Yeah, 3 by 3 grid. I think the closest thing I did to pixel art in real life that I actually did manually, you know, cross stitching? I made like a cross stitch of like the logo for StarCraft 2 way back when I got addicted and I was so bored. I was like, you know what? I will try cross stitching because, you know, it looks like pixel art but real life. And honestly, I was like in a zen mode while I was doing that. It helped me like relax and stuff. Yeah, cross stitching. Like I was in a flow state whenever I cross stitch. Like nobody could disturb me. Whenever I do that. Look at that, the muscles look pretty good. The muscles look pretty good. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Yeah, I would be burned out by all the but I drag all my art team to help out. Nice. That actually is nice. Sometimes when I'm like what do you call this? When I don't stream, I do pixel art in my off time before. I don't really do pixel art in my off time right now unless like I'm really in the flow state or I'm really bored. And you know, the games that I want to play, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to play those games for now. I'm just going to do some pixel art and just, you know, watch, like there would be like a background YouTube video or a background stream and just do pixel art like that in the background while they're talking in the background, while, you know, they're probably playing a game, probably doing some art as well, or maybe some music. I don't know, it just helps. Yeah, we have some shading. Now we just need to do the background and we're done. Probably some do After Effects here. I want to do something like this for the background. I want this character to be like around here. And then let's have a new background. Let's label this so let's not we're not going to forget that. Art helps kill time. Yeah, that's so true. Especially when you're like just relaxing or what do you call this? When you're just chilling. It really helps. Background. I'm gonna do something like this. I will draw rocks. For this guy. Kind of like Dragon. I remember I told you like this character would be like a Dragon Ball character, right? So oh, I forgot to shade the shoes. Wait, hold on. Before we continue, let's just shade the shoes. Shoes. It's easy. I'm just going to need this gray. Also, I need my music is gone. Hold on. I just need a lighter shade, like kind of this. This is decent enough. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. Highlights. And then a darker shade. Bam, bam, bam. To the tip. This is just a simple shade because it's just a metal boot. Yeah, just like that. Easy. Oh wait, no, I need highlights for this one because you're like the edge. Yes, like that one. Okay, and then let's do like a rock. Like the main rock, and it would similarly, let's go for 4 shades. We did 4 shades for everything. I'm going to get like 4 shades of brown here. Bam bam. Bam bam. Okay, background. Let's just do something like this. Really basic. And then I will not do this as detailed as I can. Just simple art. You know what? I will outline this. Should I? You know what? No. Nope. Don't do it. Bam, bam. Let's use the darkest of the browns to like do depth, I guess. Bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam. Ba 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 bam. Also, people are emailing right now. So many games for Steam Next Fest. What the heck? More games to play, I guess. You know what? I'm going to outline this. I think it's much better to outline this. Bam. 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 Let's probably do some. Let's add another layer here. Flying rocks. Let's have like an impact zone here. A simple one. I just add like rock 1, rock 1, rock 2, another rock possibly here, like a bigger one. Okay, like that. It has like that definition. Wait, no, this is not the color that I wanted. Okay, that's much better. Bam bam. More rocks, possibly like smaller pebbles. Just here. Now this is something. The smaller ones, I'm just going to like do this. Because they're super small, you're not even going to notice them. However, the bigger ones, on the other hand, would be drawn with this outline. Bam, bam, bam. More rocks. I'm just drawing random rocks right now. My brain is like turned off. Maybe one here, like flying all over here. Then the darkest of the round, rock here, rock here, rock there, rock here. More rocks like flying, like pebbles. Just running away from the explosion step here. Pam, pam, pam. Have you ever tried the no outline art in general? Yeah, but I don't know. It doesn't. It it feels. It doesn't feel like pixel art for me, or like not really. It doesn't feel like pixel art for me, but I want the character to pop out in a way. So that's why I wanted to do always do outlines for everything in my style of pixel art, and I just do no outlines for like specific stuff. So that's why I do some outlines. For no outline art, I think this. Let me check. This counts, right? Yeah, this one counts. Like this one, my no outline art here for smaller sprites. I don't do outlines but for bigger ones like this, I want to do outlines so they pop out even more. But for sprites, I usually don't do outlines for sprites. If I ever do some sprites. Oh yeah, that counts. Yes. But yeah, whenever I do some sprites, I usually don't do outlines. Because I want to call this. I want more them to pop out. Yeah, that works. Let's do some shading. Pam pam. Shading. Okay. Pam. Just like this. Just to show some rock depth here. Pam 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 pam. Pam pam. Let's add one more. That's fine. Let's add one more. I want to add one more here. Pam pam. Like this. Hehe. Do something like this. We do this, and then we do that. And then we go back to shading. For a bigger one, I just swap out the outline with a darker tone of the cactus. Oh, you know what? That's actually pretty cool. Oh yeah, I remember seeing some people do that with like certain fighting game characters or like some RPG Maker style, wherein the outline of the character is like you're right, just a darker shade, not really black, but just a darker shade. And it helps it helps in blending with the entire art piece. I want to try that, but not now, I guess. Bam, bam. 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 Bam, bam. Bam. Mm-hmm. 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 Bam. Okay, I think look at that. Look at the impact. That's pretty decent for what I have. What do you call this? For what I am given. Let's add some more shadows here because of the rocks that I added. Kind of like here. Bam. Okay. Let's do the background. I think I'm gonna go with like a dark one. Like let's try to go for a sci-fi space since we're Dragon Ball, right? We're Dragon Ballin'. I mean, before anything else, I wanna do something cool. Wait, I will try to do like the similar effect I did with the eye here. With this one, I will create powers for this one. So I'm gonna try to do like a lightning thing. Like you know how Dragon Ball has that lightning effect when they power up. Let's try to do that here. Bam, 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 bam. Kind of like that. And you know, let's try to overlay it. I don't know how. I'm gonna try to just make it like surround it, not actually cover it. Like that one. Flows here. Like a very big lightning also over here. You know, at least we could make this character like pop out even more. Let's try to do some special effects. Like that one. And then for the middle part of it, I think I want it more blue. Kind of like this blue. Is this blue enough? I think I much prefer this blue. Yeah, that's much more lightning. However, for the middle, let's turn this into this blue. Bam, bam, bam. Then we put some glow to it, so it's pretty cool. Bam, bam. Bam. How long are we? How long have been streaming? For a bigger one, it will fit our well since his was like he's going Super Saiyan. Yep. Okay, we're still not in the 2 hour mark. We're still in speedrun record time. Bam, 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 bam. And then let's try to do the other arm first. Before I add the effects, I'll try to do the other arm first, so that we don't forget the style that we're going for. 3 hours 29 minutes in. Yep. We're still up in speedrun record time. Try to make this like more continuous. Let's see if this actually feels like lightning if I do something like this. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Then the lighter one inside. Bam, bam. Let's try to save. Don't forget to freaking save just in case this application crashes. Bam, 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 bam. Oh yeah, one thing that I don't like about, Aseprite is that since obviously it's pixel based, right? So the bigger your canvas is, the more RAM you need. I guess it's really RAM heavy if you really go for like crazy canvas sizes. It's not made for like the really high pixel size because each pixel is there. Even if you zoom out, they try to simulate all the pixels. Okay, let's try to do slightly, just slightly faded. New layer. Let's name this lightning. Let's just focus it on the gloves so everybody would look at the gloves, right? And the lightning, let's name this the glow. What the heck? Why is the brush not moving? Oh, there. Let's see what effect did we did for this one again? It was overlay. Oh my G, Cactus Lord stream 1 in the morning. Damn, it's 1 in the morning for you, my guy. Hello Decipher, welcome. I'm chilling. Also, if it's 1 in the morning, how are you still awake? You should be resting right now. Do you even sleep? I sleep like sleep. Pam pam pam. Pam pam pam. Pam pam pam. Pam 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 pam. Grinding some games. Well, I guess, how do you call this? If you're grinding some games, then more power to you. Also, let's do something like this. And I think I could just fade it later. Let's do it again. Overlay. Kind of like this. And then I'll just do the blur effect later to blur the things. But it looks good with the arm though. So I think if we add some backgrounds, it would look nice. I just need to add slight backgrounds and then we're good. Bam. But yeah, Decipher, how are you doing? How's your games? If you're grinding some games, hopefully you had a great day today, or be sure to rest up. Properties. Let's do that later. For the background, let's try to go for a space vibe. Okay, you know what? That actually makes the lightning pop even more. Oh wait, but the overlay doesn't affect it. Wait, hold on. Been chilling, wrecked a lot of players but got wrecked by a tandem team player. Damn. Darken. No, it's not darken. Multiply. Color burn. Lighten. They go for lighten. Color dodge. Soft light. Hard light. I wanna try to do you know what? Let's try to do something like this. Let's do the overlay because that's really good for certain parts, and then let's just add a certain layer for the background. For the background, you know what? I'm just going to do some really simple explosion effect probably. You guys ever wonder where you feel tired if you sleep longer than when you sleep less than 8 hours? Let me guess. Your brain still feels like sleeping. Like your brain is still asleep because it's been sleeping for a long time. Is that how it works? I'm just going to do like a simple explosion. Check this out. Okay, check this out. New layer. I will do red. Kind of like this. Just really red. Kind of like this. Pam pam. And then kind of like this. Bam. Bam bam. Wait a minute. Okay, here. Okay, now that's better. I thought. I'm just going to do like a really simple-ish background here. Kind of like that. Wait, we're not done yet. New layer. Let's go for green. No, like the light green. Kind of like this one. No, just wait. I'm cooking. Okay, I'm cooking. Honestly, I'm just feeling really lazy right now when doing backgrounds. I apologize for this character. I tried my best to do like a background. I didn't think ahead. I didn't think ahead when thinking the background. I'm active 5 p.m. to like well, if you guys still get sleep, remember there's coffee and energy. Mix them up in your flash. Oh my gosh, your brain, your body's going to like go on overdrive. Then lastly, let's do this layer. Like the last layer. Kind of like that. And then my favorite tool, the jumble tool. Kind of like this. You as well. Just slight jumble. And then bam, this as well. Slight jumble. Like this. This give Marvel Comica. Yeah, this is what you call the splash effect. But wait, there's more. I'm not done yet. Let's add one last layer. New layer. Let's have a bright like yellow flash here. So I'm really leaning towards the superhero comic vibe here. Then do this. And then what I usually do, just do that, like slight transparency. I know, let's add, you know what, the technique here is just to add more and more layers. You would be hard light. Then transparency. Transparency is the key here because we're going to hang that one. And then wait, I need one more color. I need a really bright light here, like dots. Let's do spray. Spray width, let's maximize. I know, spray speed, no lessen. Whoops. Like just do like that. everywhere. Pam pam. And now we're in space. And then wait, there's more. There's more. We're not done yet. What layer are you? Bam. Macrobelop. Hello there, hello. Also, it's coffee energy drink. Yeah, could try smelling salts. Damn, you're just trying to stay awake for a long time. Also, hello, Macroboylop. Hello, welcome to the stream. I'm Cheesecake Cactus. I'm a Cactus VTuber. I do some pixel art. I do some indie games here and there as well. And yep, that's basically what I do. Check this out. This is what you call my favorite. It's called the blur tool. No, I will not blur stars here. I will just blur these things so that it will feel like a slight explosion, new vibes. Bam, bam, bam. It's called hacking. Bam, 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 bam. The result is freaking insane. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for appreciating the pixel art that I'm doing. Bam, bam. And then, honestly, you know what? Let's blur them as well. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Let us. Where's the? What layer are you again? Let's erase some bits here and then let's re-blur it. Because I don't want it to be too noisy. I mean, too solid, I guess. I want it to be all explosions. Jumble again. Jumble the edges. Bam, bam, bam. Perfect. Just like that. And then the energy. The glow. I need something cool here. Lighten, probably. No, let's do the color overlay. The overlay is nice. But I just need more, I guess. Or wait, hold on. What if we change the color of the overlay? You know what? That's much better. I think that's my problem. Whoops. Oh wait, that actually gave me an idea. Just a quick sniff. What the heck? By the way, who is chilling beside me? Who the heck are you? Wait. Where is... I'm still waiting for Konosuba next season. Wait, I almost forgot the most important part, the tongue for the character. Hold on. I almost forgot the tongue. I can't believe it. I'm gonna try something, okay, guys? I accidentally saw something really cool. Holy crap! Okay, that actually makes the background pop even more. That's really... Okay, you know what? That's peak. I accidentally did that. Yo! Let's go! The accident. This is a happy accident. Let's lessen this so it doesn't glow that. The background is fire. What the heck? Okay, you know what? That's pretty cool. Accidental art right there. Alright, let's just place the tongue now and we're good. What the color of the tongue is like lighter. It's kind of like this color, right? Simple ink. Whoops. Bam, bam. Y-shaped tongue. The boss like, damn, freaky mouth. Yeah, it's this guy over here. Freaky mouth indeed. Let's do something like this. Do some highlights at the edge. Especially at the end. Really dark for the middle. Really freaky tongue, am I right? She is like, yeah, I know, right? You know, back here was the tongue out checking Gooner me. That's what I'm wishing. No, no. Not that one. I think it's too thick. Yeah, look at that. Whew. The accidental masterpiece. Holy crap, the background. Oh, wait, I see some what they call this? Some non-blurred pixels here. Hold on. What layer are you? Oh, there you are. I see some non-blurred pixels. Let's just blur them. So that we could finish it out. Make sure we blur every pixel so it doesn't feel janky at all. Okay. Damn, you know what? I kinda like how that looks. Wait, no, I forgot one more. One more, I forgot to shade the skin. Where are we at? The skin. Let's just do some simple shading. Obviously under the eyes. Under the goggles, I mean. Pam pam. And then on this side of the face. The neck. The darkest shade for this part. And even this part. And then let's have some highlights here and some here. Bam, bam, bam. And just like that, look at this. Let's go, baby. 2 artworks done. So yeah, really cool. I love how the different style that I did. Like a more explodey one for this guy. matches the vibe. And for this one, a really parkour one. A really cool parkour. So yeah. Oh, you know, that's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna post this now. I just need to export this and post it. But yeah, for it to finish this one. Yes, we're shaving minutes out of our time. She do beat him with that tongue. Yes, I know, right? But yeah, really cool. We already made 4, guys. Look at this one, this one. Like, you could see like the different ideas I had for each one of them. I really like it. But yeah, we're speedrunning now. Speedrunning. But yeah, anyway. Before we leave, as per usual, you know the drill. Let's find... what do you call this? Let's find a character. Let's find a VTuber to raid, or at least a fellow YouTuber that's streaming right now to raid. So yeah, hold on. Don't leave just yet. Thank you for coming, by the way. Thank you for coming. Just say hi, hello once you raid the next person. And yeah, you know, just say hi, hello before you leave. Speedrunning asleep. You want my request? What request is that? Is it a pixel art request or like a streamer request? Let's try to find somebody who's online and streaming. For the sure, let's see. Go. Let's see if we can raid that person. Bigoon. Curse Ambrose. Let's see. Curse Ambrose. Let's see. If I can raid Curse Ambrose. A fellow artist. Ooh.
Love the hairstyle.
Ooh, sure. I'm not sure. Let's raid this one. So Curse Ambrose. I will raid that one live as well. And then they're doing some art. So yeah, be sure to be nice. Okay. Fellow sprouts of the greenhouse, be nice. I'm keeping an eye on you once we raid that. Say hi, hello, alright? Say hi, hello. And then before you leave. Oh yeah, I already said that. Say hi, hello before you leave. I keep on repeating myself. But yeah, before you leave, just say hello, and then you can leave, or you know, you can stay if you want to. I'll probably lurk for a bit, and then before I go. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for staying. For all the people who joined, VOD viewers as well, thank you for watching. People who stayed earlier and people who stayed till the end, thank you. And yeah, that's basically it. Be sure to stay tuned for the YouTube stuff. I upload new videos every day. Will not be nice, will be nice. And yeah, be sure to like the video, subscribe. You know, I upload news every day. And you know, what else? Don't miss the stream in the weekend. And probably if I do some what it goes. Oh yeah, thank you, Pixelated Chips. Thank you for that chat on the cheesecake raid. Don't miss the stream weekend. And if I have energy and if I finish recording my YouTube stuff for next week, I will what they call this? I will do some guerrilla streams to finish all the other pixel arts. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for tuning in and see you guys the next time. Have a great day and be sure to stay just to say hi, hello, and raid. And yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. Bye bye. See you next time.